Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Daily IoT. I apologize for the break. I was traveling for work, but I am back in town. Let's jump right into it with an update on our texting dryer project. No. Before we do that, let's roll to the highlight film, LED scooter. Okay, I was finally able to get the scooter all hooked up and wired up, just with a test sequence going around, but totally programmable. I've got an Electron on it now that I can update via the cloud, so I can change the firmware to do whatever I want, even to update from some sort of web app to send light sequences and things down to the scooter. Really cool. Haven't done any of that yet, but easy extension. It's just software at that point. But it'd be cool from the little red LED strip going around there. I thought of like doing an old Knight Rider for those that are old enough to remember that. But anyway, scooter project, finally got the LEDs working. The result was pretty cool. I really think it's pretty cool. The kids love it. Love it. So, okay, now we're going to give an update on the texting dryer project. So I spent most of my time looking for libraries for the RFM 69 module that we're going to use, and it turns out there's lots of libraries. This thing is far more utilized than I was aware of when I bought it. I bought these modules like 3 years ago. I had no idea how many projects, hobby projects and things use these little RFM modules. There's libraries for Arduino, for Particle, for Raspberry Pi, for SP modules, so we should be covered and not have to write anything from scratch there. So that is good news. So we're gonna go ahead and write in on our plan here, RFM 69 and RFM 69, because we are gonna use that module for our node to hub communication. And so I've got this all up. I had my 10-year-old daughter, first time ever soldering. She soldered all the wires so I can plug this into a breadboard, so nice job there. And she also soldered these headers onto this Adafruit Trinket, which is what I think we would like to use in our node. So I'm gonna put in here Trinket, because I think that's what we're gonna use there. So remember, we're just trying to fill out all the plan here and get all the pieces in. So I think I'm gonna hook up, the Trinket is an Arduino-ish board from Adafruit, but it does not run at 5 volts. It runs at 3.3 volts, so it will speak the same voltage language as the RFM 69 signal to signal. We won't need any level shifting, so that's good news. And so we're going to prototype up a Trinket RFM 69 module to hub RFM 69. Now, I've been thinking a little bit about, it would be quicker to prototype this with another Trinket. I bought 2 of them, or a Photon, but a hub is more, I want to be able to use this with other projects and send more data and have it be a little bit more feature rich and things like that, and what it can do in local processing and storage and communicating with services and things like that. And so I think what we're going to do is a Raspberry Pi here. There's a library for Python, I believe it is, that will use the RFM 69 on the Pi. And so at this point, this could change. We'll see how difficult and how it comes together. We're going to do a Trinket with RFM 69 to a Pi, RFM 69, for our dryer to hub. The other thing that I learned today in messing around, I pulled the back of the dryer off and was digging around back there. And I found that the buzzer is not 12 volts as I had hoped. It is 100 and I put 115. It registered as 115, but it's 120 volt AC is what the buzzer runs off of. So not DC at all. That thing is running straight line voltage. And so I also found that it delivers a 5-second pulse at the end of the cycle. So what we are going to try to do is turn 120 volts, 115 at this point, into 5 seconds of 120 volts into enough power to power the Trinket, the RFM 69. And I think a little bit of research, I found some modules that will be able to do that conversion. They have anywhere from 600 millisecond to a second startup time. So that would give us 4 seconds for the Trinket to boot up and transmit a message on the RFM 69. So we're gonna see how that works if we're able to pull that off. I think that's plenty of time. I think 5 seconds of line voltage should be enough for us to power up everything we need in this device, send a message to the hub, and get our text message. That's the point. And so that is where we're at on the project. I'm still working on this. Like I said, my daughter soldered up everything for me to be able to breadboard this up and test the Trinket to Pi communication. And so that is the next step in the project. I will worry about, now that I know that this is AC voltage, line voltage, I won't open up the dryer again until the end of the project. I'll test this with voltage when I get, I ordered some things, they'll be here sometime in this coming week, hopefully, so we can keep moving on that. So that is the status of things. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Nope, that's it. That's all we've got for today's episode. Question of the day: what country do you live in? I know we've got a pretty good audience spread out across the world watching the show. I appreciate people tuning in. So what country are you from? I would love to hear it down in the comments. If you've been sitting on the sidelines and haven't been commenting, now is the time. Get down in there and tell me what country you are from or living in. I would love to hear that. I appreciate everybody watching Daily IoT, the show where together we're learning how to make the Internet of Things one day at a time.